Hello everyone. Hope you're all well. Alright, Matric English, Lesson 9. We're on official prose units. Prescribed prose, simplicity and humility of Hazrat Muhammad, PBH, the champions, population growth and its impact on environment, the great masjid of Cordoba and IQ ball, the aged mother, women's role in the Pakistan movement. Water scarcity in Pakistan, genetically modified organisms, GMOs, Hazrat Umar, R.A., the model millionaire. Follow the links between ideas. The map's value is the relationships, why one idea leads to another, not the bubbles alone. Practice claim versus inference, irony, motive, cause-effect, and evidence-based evaluation. Maintain respectful wording for religious and historical figures. Trace the arrow from cause into consequence. A strong answer names the link, not just two separate facts. This topic should be prepared at 3 levels: recognition, accurate use, and explanation. Recognition means identifying the relevant form or idea in a fresh sentence or passage. Accurate use means producing an example that follows the rule and fits its context. Explanation means stating why that form is correct instead of merely naming it. For Times official prose units times, begin by learning the key terms in the lesson, but connect every term with an example. A definition without an example is easily forgotten. An example without a rule can lead to guessing. When answering an objective item, read the complete sentence before choosing an option. Look for grammatical signals, relationships between words, time markers, punctuation, tone, or textual evidence. Distractors often contain a familiar term but do not fit the sentence. Eliminate options by testing each one against the rule. In correction and transformation tasks, preserve the original meaning, tense, person, number, and logical relationship unless the instruction specifically requires a change. Make a 3-column revision chart headed times term or rule times, times example times, and times reason times. Place the main ideas from this lesson in the first column. In the second, write an original example rather than copying the textbook. In the third, explain the feature that proves the example. Then alter one feature to make an incorrect example and correct it. This contrast helps with multiple choice questions and editing passages. For prose, poetry, comprehension, or composition topics, replace the rule column with times claim times, times evidence times, and times explanation times. A strong literature answer names the theme or technique, refers to a relevant event, image, word, or character action, and explains how that evidence supports the claim. A summary gives the main sequence in one's own words. It is not a list of disconnected details. A paraphrase restates the given lines faithfully without adding a new moral. A formal composition follows the required format, keeps a suitable tone, and develops each point in a separate, connected paragraph. Avoid memorized answers that do not match the wording of the question. Do not confuse a definition with a purpose, a theme with a plot summary, or an example with an explanation. Check subject-verb agreement, tense consistency, pronoun reference, spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. In longer answers, use a direct opening sentence, 2 or 3 developed points, and a brief conclusion. Underline command words such as times identify times, times differentiate times, times explain times, times transform times, and times justify times because each requires a different response. Finally, practice this topic through retrieval. Close the lesson, write 5 key points, create 2 examples, and explain 1 common error. Compare your work with the lesson, correct it in another color, and repeat after a day. This method develops the precise, evidence-based writing expected in Cape K Matric examinations. Practice. Distinguish a factual claim from an inference. Answer. A factual claim is stated or verifiable in the text. An inference is a reasoned conclusion based on evidence. Watch the numbers land in the matching symbols. Check that units cancel cleanly. If they do not, the setup is wrong even before the arithmetic. Practice. Why do birds migrate, according to the official model paper passage pattern? Answer. They move from colder to warmer regions for safety, food, or breeding and return in spring or early summer. Watch the numbers land in the matching symbols. Check that units cancel cleanly. If they do not, the setup is wrong even before the arithmetic. Practice. Explain official prose units as an exam topic. Include the main rule or idea, 2 accurate examples or textual details, and 1 common error to avoid. Answer. A strong response states the central rule or theme, supports it with 2 relevant examples or details, explains each example, and identifies a realistic error with its correction. Watch the numbers land in the matching symbols. Check that units cancel cleanly. If they do not, the setup is wrong even before the arithmetic. Alright, that wraps up official prose units. See you next time for official poetry units. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.